こんにちは皆さん、お元気ですか? Hello, how are you? Today, karate video number 68 and I'm going to talk about 拳 or ken, the fist. Last week, I talked about hands in many parts of the hands, but today it's especially for the martial arts. At first, I'm going to explain you about this kanji. We pronounce this kanji 拳 or ken. When we say 拳, it means fist. But when we use with other kanji before, then we pronounce ken, something ken, but it means the fist. And the kanji we write like this. The first 1, 2. And after 1, 2, just like a ni from kanji. And here 1, 2, like this. And here inside we've got this kanji 1, 2, 3, 4. This part, it means te, hand. But all together, it means fist. The first word is seiken, and this one is in the most of occasions for the tsuki it is used. This seiken, this ken that I told you, this is fist. And here, ken. The first one, sei. And this kanji sei, it means right, the correct. So seiken. But this one, it means the index finger and the middle finger, we must think of it. When we do this kind of fist, this point, 1, so the first 2 fingers knuckles, 1, 2, 1, 2, and this joint, 1, 2, and this surface, around this surface is the part we go like this part, for the index and the middle finger and here. But this one is quite, when we do seiken, and sometimes we maybe we can get injured, so we must be very careful that our wrist must not be bended like this or not like this. So it must be very, just like in one line. This is seiken. The second word, uraken, and this means the back fist. Ura, it means the back. So not this one, this part, uraken. And when we do the fist, and also the index finger and the middle finger, but in this part of the hand, this part, very near the index and the middle finger, and this part, uraken, like this. When we do uraken, we must think of elbow joint. Elbow, we say hiji. This part, hiji. And joint, kansetsu. So when we say hiji kansetsu, this is elbow joint, hiji kansetsu. And this hiji kansetsu, we can move yoko or tate. Yoko, this it means to the side, sideward. Tate, the vertically. So it means yoko, like this, the movement to the yoko, and tate, movement like this. So tate or yoko. The third fist is the hammer fist. And this one, there are 3 names for this, but the same meaning. The one, for example, kentsui, but maybe you can hear like this, tetsui. But maybe you heard like this, tetsui, with this little jump sound, tetsui. Well, personally, I heard tetsui more than the other two. But anyway, maybe it depends on people. Someone use kentsui, tetsui, tetsui. So these three names are the same meaning, hammer, wrist. And this one, this outer side, outer part of the hand, this one, and this part, the little finger, the pinky side, this part is the part of the kentsui or tetsui or tetsui. When you do this tetsui, we must also think about elbow, hiji, kansetsu, elbow joint. So we use this elbow joint to do this tetsui from this part, boom, like this, boom. So we can use this movement for tetsui, and this one is very effective and very strong. For example, with seiken, I told you that it was quite easy to get some kind of injury in the wrist if we are not so strong. But with this tetsui, this is not so often that we can get injured. The next one, ipponken. Ipponken. Well, the first ippon means one. But in Japanese, when there are many ways to count things. When we say ippon, nihon, sanbon, yonhon, gohon, roppon, like this is something long thing. For example, like a pencil or the finger. For example, if we count the small animals like cat, we say 1匹、2匹、3匹、4匹、5匹. So we change how to count the things. But when we use 1本、2本, in martial art, we use lots of 1本、2本、3本、3本、3本組み手、4本、5本組み手, like this, right? But in this 1本剣, it means we are talking about the finger. 1本, like 1本、2本、3本、4本、5本, because this is something long things. Well, 1本剣, this is similar to seiken, like this, but the first three, okay, the same. But this one, the index finger, we must just, instead of inside, we do like this. Then this is the longer. And this big thumb, not here, but we put just the side and we push. So we've got like this. So this one is longer, the index finger. This is 1本剣. And this other one, very similar to 1本剣, but we say 中高1本剣. Naka, it means the center. And when we say this finger, this middle finger, we say nakayubi. So it's just like 1本剣, but we use this middle finger like this. The middle finger is, instead of the index, the middle finger, then we say nakadaka 1本剣. The next is 首都. In the pronunciation, it's 首都. To is the long sound, because I hear on many occasions like this, 首都, but this is not correct. 首都. The first one, this kanji 首, it means this is te, also te, hands, this is 首. To, this one is long sound with to, but only one kanji, this is katana. Katana, it means the sword, Japanese sword, that samurai use this katana. this is katana, and we can also pronounce to, but this is long sound. For example, you can say nihon to, this Japanese sword, nihon to, but to is long sound, not nihon to, nihon to, like this. So here, shuto, shuto, please be careful with this pronunciation. When we do this shuto, we must think of koyubi. Koyubi, this is pinky, little finger. So this side, and sokumen. Sokumen is lateral part. So the lateral part of this pinky side, this is used to make this shuto, 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 shuto. So this side, this lateral side of the pinky side. So in this case of shuto, like the knife hand or sword hand, we must think of hiji kansetsu too. Hiji kansetsu, this is elbow joint. So we use this elbow joint to do shuto. Now, haito, haito, or this hai, this kanji se, this is the back. Hai, senaka. Senaka, we say the back of our body. Well, haito, this is kind of very similar to shuto, the open hand, not like fist, open hand, but shuto, this was this little finger lateral, right? But haito, this is hantai, the contrary. It means the index part. This lateral part is haito, and this one shuto. So you can memorize like this. Shuto, little finger, haito, index finger, but just almost the same applications, but only this difference. Shuto, haito, the side where you use this part, the surface that you use, is the different. That's the difference. Haishu, haishu. Well, hai, this is the same as haito. Hai, it comes from the back. Haishu, this is the back of the hand or the top of the hand. This one. And this is also not the fist, it is open hand. And you remember haito, haito, this one. Haishu, all of this part of the hand, we say haishu, and it is in many occasions this is to use for the defense. Haishu. Nukite, nukite, spare hand. Spare hand, we say nukite. And nukimasu, it means to thrust, to thrust, to thrust. And for the nukite, these 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, all tightly together. And if I think of so straight, maybe I do like this. It means when I think very straight, boom, maybe it's not straight, right? So we must think about a little bit the bending inside. Not too much, but it's like a straight, because I say straight, but not like this. So I must think a little bit inside, a little bit bending. And this is nukite. Before I told you to count the things, the long things, we say 1本, 2本, 3本, 4本, like this. So this is nukite with 4 fingers together, but we can also say 2本 nukite. 2, 1, 2, 2本 nukite. So it means 2 fingers. Nukite, this spare hand with 2 fingers. 2 fingers, 1 index and this middle finger together. Only this together, but just like nukite, this is 2本 nukite. Teisho, teisho. Well, this is the kanji from teisho. And this tei, we can also pronounce soko. Soko, it means the bottom, or the depth. For example, umi no soko, the bottom of the sea. So the soko, this is the bottom. And sho, this is the palm. This part, the palm. So the bottom of the palm, this part, teisho. But I think it depends on the books, or depends on the people, or depends on the teacher. Instead of teisho, sometimes I saw the same meaning, but the contrary. Shotei, shotei. So shotei and teisho is the same meaning, this part. To execute this teisho, we must think of tekubi. Tekubi, wrist. Te means hand. Kubi means neck. So this is like a neck of the hand. Wrist. Tekubi. And tekubi no tsukene. Tsukene, the base. Base of the wrist. This part. Just the base of the wrist. And we must bend our tekubi, our wrist, because we cannot do like this. We must bend our wrist. Then this part, teisho, you can use this teisho to push down like this with this teisho. Today I talked about fist and also the many specific words, specific vocabularies that are used in martial arts about hand. I hope you liked it. If so, please give me a like, and if you can share my videos with your friends, maybe your pupils, that will help me a lot. Please do it. And if you didn't subscribe my channel, please do it so that you can receive all of my videos. いかがでしたか？今日は特に空手用語としての手や拳について説明させていただきました。もしこのビデオが気に入ってくださったら、ぜひチャンネル登録といいねボタン、そして私のビデオをお友達に紹介していただけたら、とても助かります。ぜひよろしくお願いいたします。私のチャンネルではこのように、空手についても話しますが、でもその他に日本の文化、それから日本語を教えています。文法とか語彙です。それを英語とスペイン語のバージョンの2つのビデオとして出しております。本当に気に入ってくださったらチャンネル登録をなさって見てくださったら嬉しいです。逆にスペイン語や英語の勉強になるかもしれません。ではまたお会いしましょう。じゃあね。